Illinois takes on Dunk City. Are we dating ourselves calling Florida Gulf Coast Dunk City now?
Dunk City. Look at the motherfucker. Yeah, we are dating ourselves a little bit. I don't know if they've been referred to as Dunk City since Sherwood Brown walked the quad.
Well, we are old. Spoiler alert.
Damn,
Welcome. I'm 32, and so is he. So
damn, Unc.
here you go.
You're older than me, though. I just want to make that known.
That's also not true.
Damn, you're right. I am older than you. No.
Correct. Okay. Florida Gulf Coast against Illinois. State Farm Center. Champaign is the site of this game. The people are begging for Carter Elliott to do his first Illinois recap of the year after he had a trip to the airport scheduled last time we needed to talk Illini hoops. While I beg him to join for this ride this season, this big, beautiful ride in which we both have now projected Illinois to be in the national championship at the end of the year, this is an exciting moment. Florida Gulf Coast projected to be 188th in the country on KenPom right now. They opened the season with a non-Division One win by 36 points over New College of Florida. In that game, they had 5 players in double figures. Ramir Barno was the leading scorer in the KenPom MVP, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Some reasons to pay attention to Florida Gulf Coast before we go deep down the rabbit hole of this matchup. They got a couple former high major guys, including former Michigan guard George Washington,
Mm.
who was a Juwan Howard freshman that decommitted when Juwan Howard left the program. Washington went to Richmond last year where he didn't do much and is now at Florida Gulf Coast. He did hit 2 threes and have 10 points in his first game for FGCU, so keep an eye on him. J.R. Konieczny was at Notre Dame for 3 years where he did play a pretty serious role the last 2 seasons. And he's absolutely an ACC level player at Florida Gulf Coast. So they got some dudes. This is not a total cupcake. They got at least a few guys that were worthy of high major level minutes. But I think having a few guys worthy of high major minutes is not nearly enough to scare one of the scariest teams in the entire world, not just the country. The Balkans have to be included here. How much of a threat do you think Florida Gulf Coast poses to this loaded Illinois team?
I think they have, to your point, they have some pieces that I think are, like you said, they have done things at the high major level. They also were 13-5 in the A-Sun last year. That's the most conference victories since the Dunk City run in 2012 and 2013. They are a team that I wouldn't constitute as just like a total. This isn't Jackson State, right? To put it in that kind of same fold. I think this is a team that will come in with a belief that they can compete with Illinois, right? And that type of belief, I think, could go a long way with them. Now, with that said, belief is belief. You know what can kill belief really quickly?
What can kill belief really quickly?
Balkans. Really crazy ones at that. Everyone's a gangster. Everyone has belief until the Balkan shows up. Trust me, I've been there. So I think it's a game that you got to be just make sure you come prepared and take care of business, right? And play the right way. And you should come out with a victory, but you don't want to be in a spot where you give a team like this the belief that they could hang with you.
I think that's totally fair. I don't know that I see a ton on paper that makes me think Florida Gulf Coast will be able to start this game strong enough to put that belief inside of themselves. George Washington's a starter. Respectfully to George Washington, his time at Michigan was really, really bad. And that,
Mhm.
that wasn't just a Juwan thing. His time at Richmond was really, really bad. I have no idea how good George Washington is. Maybe Pat Chambers saves his career at
Is
this
is
point.
that Pat Chambers, the former Penn State coach?
Former Penn State head coach.
Wow.
Yeah.
Familiarity?
All the way back to 2019. Do we call that familiarity at this point?
I'm familiar with everything that happened in my life.
I don't even think Kofi Coburn was in diapers yet the last time Pat Chambers played Illinois.
I can't believe a Pat Chambers team shot 43 threes.
Kind of crazy. Yeah, 43 threes attempted in the first game. Very, very high 3-point rate. They only made 10 of them. That's 23%. They didn't shoot overly well from the line either. So, what do you do if you're a team that doesn't have a player in the starting lineup taller than 6'8", and you're not a good shooting team, but you want to shoot a bunch of threes? What do you do against Illinois?
Probably look up to whatever higher power you believe in.
And pray.
Yeah, because it's a tall task. It's a tall task, no pun intended. Because this front court is one of the best in the countries,
In the countries.
in the countries too. At the same time, like they're one of the best front courts in the world.
I think that's got to be the new term all year. They're one of the best front courts in the countries.
It's truly one of the best courts, and like they're big. Merc is a madman. Shout out to my guy Murder Merc with the smirk, as I refer to him. But it's an extremely tall task. I will say this: 43 3-point attempts is great. You're gonna have to make a lot to be in this game with Illinois.
How many threes do you think they need to make to have a legitimate chance down the stretch?
17.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a lot of threes.
it is.
Could happen.
Probably won't.
Gulf Coast center is smaller than Benham Rickhouse.
Brandon Dwyer has 1 million followers on TikTok. I don't know if you've seen him before.
Yeah, isn't he the I scored a point kid?
He finally did. Last game, he scored his first points in
Oh,
in his career.
congratulations. He should start a new series called I Watched My Team Lose by 90. That'd be fun.
Chat, what's going on? Welcome to this episode. On today, I'm going to take you on a journey of me going to Champaign to lose by 50. Come along.
That would only take like 2 hours. I think it'd be really easy.
Come along.
You're an Illinois fan. What do you want out of this game? Not just like result. I'm talking like player specific. What do you hope happens?
Oh, to be honest with you, I just hope that I hope it looks a lot like the Jackson State game, to be honest with you. I had no really qualms about that. I thought they came to that game healthy. That's what really matters in this case. So, like, I don't know. I feel like you're at a point where you just want to kind of show up, take care of business, show up happy and healthy, and then end the game happy and healthy. And can I get one ask for this game?
Please.
So they break the huddle, right in the locker room. Brad looks at everyone in the eyes and say, "That's our effing identity. Go." They're running out of the locker room. He grabs Merck by his jersey. Merck turns around, almost about to throw an elbow. He doesn't because he realizes it's Brad. He grabs Merck by the head. He grabs him by the head, by each ear, looks at him in his eyes. He's like, "Merck, we play Texas Tech next game. I swear on everything I love, under Ubin's eyes, or whatever the name of the State Farm's eyes, do not do anything to get yourself ejected from this basketball game that will put you at jeopardy for the Texas Tech game."
Mm.
My only ask. That's the only thing I want. They could win by 5. Don't care. That's the only thing I want.
To which Merck says what?
Unhand me. Get your hands off me.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, it's kind of funny. Like Illinois is off to such a roaring start. Everything's amazing. Everyone played A+ level ball. Vibes are high. Everyone loves each other. They now have an opponent we don't think all that highly of. They're a little bit more real than game one, right? This is not Jackson State. This team's 80 spots higher on KenPom, but they're still not real. They're still not a top 150 team in the sport. Nothing could go wrong, is what it feels like.
Uh-oh. Greg, stop. Is this like that classic, like, man, it's quiet in here. But isn't it a little too quiet? Is that sage I smell?
Hasn't this historically been the spots where Illinois is most vulnerable when it's like we're at the top of the peaks and valleys? Nothing could go wrong. And then like they're in shoot around and they don't know where Merck is.
They didn't want to know where Merck is. Is that him? What's he doing in the upper deck?
I'll make a bold prediction. Some top 6 player in Illinois will be scratched for a confusing reason at the last second of this game.
I hope not.
But it'll be overshadowed by Stojakovic's return, and no one will even notice.
My prediction is that Curbello's in the upper deck, like that Sting meme, just up on the rafters, and like, is that Curbello up there? And he's by himself.
Honestly, that would be a good strategy, I think, for Brad managing this group. Every game, somebody's getting scratched, and we're not telling you who. Like, just like it's your turn once every 7 games, you're out for no reason. Load management.
Load management. Happy, healthy load management.
Exactly. Do you have anything else before we get to a prediction? I feel like we didn't seriously cover this at all. We just made jokes about one of our favorite teams.
I mean, in all seriousness, I don't think that we look at some players that I think could possibly have a big game. I don't necessarily identify that with this FGCU team. I don't think they had the size. I think it's going to be an uphill battle, and not to take the cop out here, but if you're going to be in an uphill battle against a really good front court that is has a lot of size, I think you're going to have to make a lot of 3-pointers. And the one thing they have going for them is they give themselves a chance. At least they get them up. You can't you can't do it unless you get them up. They get them up. So I think that's kind of the recipe in this one. You got to launch and you got to hit.
I do predict that Rory Stewart, 6'8" starter from London for Florida Gulf Coast, will have a good enough game that Brad steals him for next year.
No, because once he hears them, you're like, wait a minute. Tea and crumpets? No, thank you.
I don't know. I think it could happen. All right. Ken Palm says Illinois should win this game by 26 points, 91 to 65. What do you got?
Mhm. I'm gonna say Illinois wins 101 to let's say 71
I think they hit 110 again.
again.
Give me 110 to 64.
110 to 64. All right, hey, don't step into the State Farm Center unless you're ready to score 110.
I'm so confident in this team, man.
They're good.